Hey guys, and welcome to another one of these Dortmund Career Mode episodes. And before we get into episode number 5, I want to say a massive thank you for the support you've showed so far on the series. Like the likes, the comments, everything has been absolutely incredible. And I've actually got a question of the day for today's episode, and that is, do you think Marco Reus will leave Dortmund in his career? So leave some comments down below. And also, before we get into today's episode, if you guys could smash a like on the video, that'd be absolutely incredible. And the next episode of the series will be loaded before we hit 1,000 likes. And also, again, I've played a few games off camera just to move the series along. I've got some new tactics and hopefully some improved results. Okay, the first game of this roundup is going to be at home in the Signal Iduna Park versus Augsburg. And you see, first of all, that we're one of the best defensive clubs in the league right now. Like, I think that's missing is the scoring goals part. And Aubameyang's done a lot so far, but it's just getting goals between Mkhitaryan and the likes of Marco Reus. We don't get off to a good start here because in the first few minutes of the game, somehow our right back is beaten and they're taking the lead only 4 minutes into the game. And I knew from this point they'll go really defensive for the rest of the game, but we still want to get this goal. Midway through now the first half, you can see Aubameyang finding space, a great shot off the post. We come in on the other side. It's a great save yet again from the goalkeeper, keeping it at 1-0. The visitors continue to dominate, and in the second half again they found a way through. Look at that for easy play, but a great save from our goalkeeper Berkey, only kept it at 1-0. But in that second half really didn't manage to get going, and we got our first loss of the episode. Before we move on to the next Bundesliga game, it's now time for a game in the Cup and against Stuttgart. We don't get off to a good start, but we do at the same time because Januzaj gets the first goal of the game. We also get a red card, also 2 red cards in that game, and it finishes off as a 1-0 win. Moving on to the second game of this roundup session, it's going to be an away game versus Werder Bremen, and hopefully our first win here in the league. So we get off to a good start here, and from the first off we were really dominating this game, and we go down this left hand side, great ball into the middle, but the goalie does get there. It falls back to Piszczek, and it's a fantastic save from the goalkeeper, and we just couldn't find a way through. But until the 34th minute here, because we found a way past it into Marco Reus. Aubameyang found the space in the middle, he finds a lot of space in the box, and he puts a fantastic finish past the goalkeeper. We're finally 1-0 up in the game, and it's well deserved. And now moving on into the second half, and we do a great job with Socrates getting the ball back here, and Kagawa found the space, and Aubameyang just found even more space, and again could he finish? And yes, he does. It's a 2-0 win against Werder Bremen, completing our first 3 points. And again, look at this. I just want to show you this quickly because that is one of the best assists I've ever seen. But then this for a tackle, Hummels with a fantastic tackle, a match-winning tackle right there, and that is the final highlight of the game. So 2-0 win away from home, and we're back on the winning streak. Back in Europe now, and it's now time for an away game versus Rosenborg, which could see us secure qualification in this, obviously this group stage. And you can see Eric Durm making a statement right here, and he finds a fantastic reverse pass into Mkhitaryan, and he completes the finish there with a fantastic left-footed finesse shot, giving us a 1-goal lead. But after we scored that first goal, Rosenborg really woke up and they found so many chances. Like first off the post there, and it's Durm who's just turned from hero to villain. He made the mistake and they just pounced on it like that, and we're back at all square. And again at the end of this first half, and they got so much pace going forwards, and they managed to get past on right back. It's a great ball across the middle. Berkey was not there quick enough, and it's a great header from the rebound. He reacts first yet again and gives Rosenborg the surprise 2-1 lead. So again, we're coming in the second half. We're going to have a shot from the edge of the box, well saved by the goalkeeper, and substitute Januzaj could not get in the end of it. But this second half was so frustrating, and that's how the game ended. So it finishes off as a 2-1 loss, but I'm so happy with the goal we scored with Durm. But again, we should have been qualifying for the next round. So the first live game of today's episode is a big one. It's now time for the massive derby of the season, a home game versus Schalke, and Aubameyang now is top scorer with 8 goals after those few games. That is absolutely incredible. But more importantly, the league table, Schalke in 3rd place. We're currently in 6th place, and somehow Bayern Munich are in 1st place now with 26 points. And of course, they're a long way ahead of us, but we've got that game in hand. If we win this game, we're only a few points behind them. So guys, time for the first game of today's episode. Of course, Derby Day versus Schalke. This is a must-win game because if we lose this game or even draw this game, we're left a long way behind the likes of Bayern Munich. This is good play here. Finds Matt Hummels getting forwards and blocked off by the defender, but Hummels getting forward. Right, we're going to go short from this corner, and I can see a lot of space here for Neves. Neves now to shoot, and it's well saved by Akinfeev in goal, but what a start this has been. Another corner to come in. Reus attacks it, and Reus gets the first goal. This has been a dream 10 minutes opening to the game. Marco Reus has got the first goal of the game, and hopefully we can keep hold of it. So the first plus of Dortmund, let's just hopefully keep hold of this lead, because I really do want to win this game, and it's so important if we want to kickstart our season. Castro does well here, and he's still going. Can Kagawa do something here? But Marco in a lot of space. Left hand side. Marco to shoot. And well saved by the goalkeeper. But that's the first chance we've had since he opened up the scoring. Schalke have just dominated the ball. But like, what is this? De Santo going forwards. And somehow Schmelzer can't do it. And Dos Santos still going on this attack. Ball into middle of Huntelaar, but Berkey gets there first. Can Aubameyang win it? He does enough to put them off, but you can see by the possession, 60%. Johannes Guy's now to take a free kick. And he goes 2 bars of power, but what a save. A massive save there from the goalkeeper. And he's offside. But I knew that would be dangerous because Guy's has got some fantastic free kick stats and just saved by the goalkeeper. We made it to the start of the second half, and it feels like we're not winning this game because since our first goal, as I said, Schalke have dominated. So great tackle from Castro. Aubameyang wants the ball, but Castro wants it as well. Can we get something going here? Ball goes through to Castro. Still going. Marco not really doing much. Can we find him now? Reus now on the ball. Can he go with left foot? And it's off the post and in. It's Marco Reus who's done it for the second time in the game. We have now got a 2-goal lead over Schalke, and it's a perfect finish from our main man. I genuinely thought he missed it because Castro, he held on for the ball for well too long, but the defender, backed away from Reus. Oh, I've lost it here. Huntelaar now through, and he off the post and in, but that is a poor goal to concede. I gave away from the goal kick, and Huntelaar, with the stats he has, is always going to finish that. Right, Gundogan. Back it goes to Piszczek. Can we get a ball in? Into Marco for his hat-trick, but well defended. But we made a few changes now, but Marco has stayed down. Please. He has to get back up. Gundogan on the ball now. Can he find the ball through to Marco? Perfectly weighted. And he gets there. And for the hat-trick, it's Marco Reus for his 3rd goal of the game. Perfect hat-trick. And again, the goalie's at fault. He must be, because that is an easy chance in the end thanks to the goalkeeper. Credit has to go to Gundogan because that is a perfect ball past the number 3 or whoever it is, the right back for Schalke, and for second of all Akinfeev, nowhere, where was he? Right, the whistle must go now. The last chance, no there isn't, so the referee has blown the full-time whistle. A sublime hat-trick from Marco Reus has won the game on the day. A 3-1 win versus Schalke has put us right back in contention for the league title. So a bit more training now for 3 of our young players. So Neves, Weigl and Dermer are going to be the 3 players. And hopefully I can get them up to their next rating because there's so much growth going on. And we get a B, C, a B, a C and a D. So again, Weigl's growing. And I want to get Neves up to 78 because so far this season only +1 growth. And for a player of such talent, such potential, he should be going a lot more. And now time for game number 2 of today's episode, and it's now time for Hamburger versus Dortmund. And I think if we win this game, we're back into the top 4. So time now for game number 2 of today's episode, of course against Hamburger. And hopefully if we get a win from this game, we're back into the top 4. And we've also had a few weeks since our last game, so everyone's fully fit. Marco's still going. Right, can he turn back? Finds Kagura on the ball now. Kagura into Gundogan. There's an extra man here. It's Derm. Can he get a ball across? It goes back to Aubameyang and just over the bar, but that's well worked. And we could have been 1-0 up. This is great play. Now we've got a chance here. Gundogan in the middle. Gundogan now through on goal. And he took too long, but Reus is there. Back to Gundogan with the overhead, but it's again cleared away. But that should be 1-0. Biggest chance so far of the game. Marco coming short from the corner. Still going. Marco Reus now to shoot. He's still got the ball. Wouldn't shoot though. Goes back to Hummels. Must score. But again it's saved by the goalkeeper. We're coming so close to our first goal. And now time for the start of the second half. And so far we've dominated the game. And we're going to hopefully dominate even more now as Neves is going to replace Weigl. And it's just Neves is able to get forward a lot more. And he gets a lot more into the game. But Weigl is still one of my best young players. And he will get a lot of game time. But right now Neves is the best player in that position. So hopefully we can get this goal because we deserve it. Again we come in the attack. Great ball through to Derm. He's got forward and he gets the first goal. It's Eric Derm showing again why he should be a first team player. He got forward like no one else would. I was so unsure whether to go for the ball at the top or keep passing around, but the ball actually worked in the end because Derm was able to keep running forward and his pace is too much for most defenders. And they come in the attack again. Shot coming in and well saved by Berkey. And here we go again. Hoffman running at the defence. The ball's not good enough. Ball goes back through to Aubameyang. He's offside surely. And yes it is, but he could have left it for Hoffman, not seeing what's around him, and if he did, we would be in the lead even more. They've got away again, it's a great ball in, and that's not a good clearance. Still up the attack, Lasogga, and he gets the equalising goal. That's shocking defending from me. Look at this, their first proper chance of the game, and again, I should have defended that better, and we've probably lost 2 points now. Another chance now for Hamburger. Lasogga's too quick for Hummels. Can Hummels get back there? He can't. And a poor tackle, and it's going to be a penalty. What am I doing? It's my mistake. Hummels went to ground. I shouldn't have gone to ground, and it's putting me a red card now as well. Is it? I don't even know because it showed some other player, but it's going to be oh my god. I can't believe that. I can't actually believe this. Why did I dive in there? I have no idea why, but Hunt now to take the penalty. and it's perfectly put away. I guess the right way, but Aaron Hunt gets a last-minute winner for Hamburger. Final chance here. Ball into the middle. Okay, where is that to? We've still got the attack though. Kagwa brings it down and shoots, and it's just wide of the post. But I can't actually believe my eyes. We have just lost that game. We dominated for about 80 minutes. They get 2 good chances and score both of them, but it's my fault. Like, we had the draw at the end, and I shouldn't have tackled like I did with Hummels. Got himself a red card as well. So finally a bit more training now. We've got Neves, Weigl and Durm yet again, and hopefully this is the time that Weigl can get up to his next rating. And Durm's also close as well, but he can't get there, but Weigl does, up now to 76 rated. And also going to start next episode off with the 5th game in the Europa League. So I'll just quickly show you how it's looking in both tables. First of all, we're top of the table in the Europa League with 7 points so far, but Charleroi in 2nd, Ajax in 3rd, and Rosenborg in 4th place. And finally, here's the league table. Hoffenheim are still top of the table, and Bayern Munich in today's episode have only lost a game and they've drawn a game as well, so they are struggling, and this is a chance to put the pressure on Bayern Munich. And Bayer Leverkusen in 3rd, Schalke in 4th. We are still in 6th place, and like, if we won the game against Hamburger, we would be a lot higher, like next to Schalke, alongside them in 4th place. We didn't get the result we needed, and if we did, that would have been so much better for us. But that's going to be the end of today's episode. If you guys have enjoyed, remember to smash a like on the video. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.